This is a new product that just came out from a manufacturer, Haloview. It's a model MC7101. I've also got the 4 cameras. This is basically a 2.4 gigahertz wireless quad camera system, waterproof, outdoor, IP69 rated. Also has the ability to record as well as change the view. So you can do a quad screen and you can do an independent screen by wireless manual detection, or you can do voltage sensing through the wiring harness. So you can do left turn, right turn, reverse, and front facing, forward facing camera. So you have choices, and you could do daytime, nighttime, automatic wireless pairing for the cameras. All the hardware, everything you see is all laid out. This is a pretty comprehensive kit. Now in this kit, typically in a box like this anyway, you're going to get the main monitor, the wiring harness, the bracket, the gimbal mount, and 1 camera. These other 3 are model CA101. These are the optional cameras, so you can get a full 360 degree viewing system. Over here I have a memory card, which I'm using a 32 gigabyte. It has a micro SD which fits into the slot. Of course, you can take the adapter, put it onto a standard SD, and you can transfer it to your PC, Mac, whatever. And also you can put it into a jump drive, so you can store your recorded saved images. The way I'm doing it, I'm going to do an installation with all 4 cameras. That will give me 44 hours of recording time. That's pretty good. 44 hours of recording. So no matter what's happening, something happens in the back, the sides, the front, whatever you got, this thing's got it recorded. Plenty of memory there. 44 hours. I mean, who the heck needs all that, right? If you're gone for a weekend, something happens to your vehicle, God forbid, you know, somebody does something that they shouldn't have done to your vehicle, or if it was an accident or an impact, somebody got hurt, whatever. It's nice to have peace of mind and all this security. Just if you have a vehicle that would require a kit like this, that's very difficult, I would imagine, to park, like an RV or a bus or something like that, or a high occupancy type of vehicle. This is a must-have kit for all those applications. Each camera comes with a sun visor, so that way you can eliminate glare. If you're in this particular situation, you want to you know, tweak that and eliminate the sun glare the best you can. This here makes that an option. Over here you have your very flexible mounting options, a grommet, so that way you can have a watertight seal when you're running the cable inside. On the end here, it's very straightforward. It's a simple plug, and there's your 2 leads, power and ground. That's all you need. No video signal cable required for this kit whatsoever, which is great. So let's take a look at this monitor real quick here. There's your select button, which I'm going to show you once I power up the unit, where you can alter all your settings. This is your playback button, your main menu for all your video playbacks, and your power button. Straightforward enough. 2 dual antennas over here. These are for your machine threads for your mounting options for the bracket. Also over here is for the micro SD card, which I have yet to take out, but you just stick it in and clicks. Nothing really exciting going on there. There's your mounting bracket for your gimbal mount. So the way this works is tighten that down on there, and you can turn this several options, so you can actually just use the 2-sided tape. You could use these feet and you can adjust them, move them, bend them, twist them how you need it to be, screw it down. I mean, there's just unlimited options to how you can get this unit to sit perfectly so that we have optimal viewing. And also, if you're in a bright situation, as you know, some of these vehicles have really large windshields, problem solved. This, you can click right inside there, and that gives you a nice, tastefully looking sunshade. Beautiful, right? Like that. Everything in here feels very nice and strong. Really good. You can feel the quality. And a lot of times when you're feeling something, you can say like, I'm not sure if this is such good quality. This actually feels good. All the stuff here is very good quality. I have very good hopes for all the stuff once I light it up. And I have cheated. I have seen what these cameras look already, so I'm not going to give it away yet. But stick around for that one. Now this here is another mounting option. Of course, if you wanted to use this, you could do that, and you know, instead of the gimbal mount, you could do this and just tilt it up and down. But it's going to eliminate the option of going left, right, and up and down and getting all kind of funky with it. So it's nice. It's a nice heavy metal. It's about a, I don't know, maybe like a 14 gauge, plenty stiff. That'll do the job just fine. this grommet, which I can't imagine you'd need, but it's there. Over here on your harness, you got your power, your ground, you got your quad camera leads, which are all called trigger modes. So you have your mode for your left, your right, rear camera, front camera, power, ground. Straightforward enough. Your antennas go like this, and again, these are just like modem routers, you know, antennas. They look the same, they work the same. You just adjust them as necessary to make it work the best way for your application. And from what I understand about this system, it is best on your cameras if you have them tilting outward. So if you have it, say for instance, on your passenger side for a camera, you're going to want to have it tilted to the right to give you best range and distance to your master screen here. All this hardware here is all stainless, by the way, if you were wondering. Your keys to unlock are all included. I'm using a 32 gigabyte card. 32 gigabytes. There's 44 hours of recording. And it just goes in there like that. You get that reassuring click to make sure you got a good contact, which we like. Let's just go over some of the main selling features of this unit. The main feature is this nice 7-inch wireless. I mean, that's it. The cameras are all super good. I mean, this stuff is super good stuff. This is waterproof, condensation proof, snow proof, you name it. This thing is proof. It's got you covered. You're not going to have to deal with a whole bunch of replacing on these kits. Although they have a good 1-year warranty, you're not going to need it. Trust me, when you buy stuff like this, you bought it for life. You get it, you install it, you're done with it. If it's going to break, it's going to break right out of the box. After that, you're pretty much good to go. And I found that from experience with these types of commercials, type of cameras, they almost never go doo-doo. So on the screen, you got normal, mirror flip, all kinds of stuff like that. Auto pairing. There's a little button on the back for pairing. As you see right here, it's just like syncing Bluetooth for the most part when you're connecting these two guys together, which is very good. PAL and NTSC capable, so that way if you're using this system here in America, or if you're using it in South America, Brazil, Europe, this thing will still support the functionality. It is a 7-inch, it's RGB, contrast 500:1, brightness 400 CDM, aspect ratio of course is 69, widescreen for channels is 4, as I'm showing you. Operating frequencies is 2.4 gigahertz. Sensitivity is -89 decibels per meter. Up to 128 gigabytes card you can use on this product, by the way. PAL NTSC, I already explained that. Power is DC 10 to 32 volts. Power consumption is a max of 6 watts. The loudspeaker, which is built into this unit, is 1 watt and 8 ohms. Now here's another thing about this thing. If you have your cameras on quad view, you're not going to have any audio. But if you switch it to, say, your front camera, you will actually hear through the microphone, which is built into the camera right here on the screen. Not only do you get to see what's going on and record it, you can also hear it. So if you're dedicated on the right side and you're viewing the right side, you can actually hear it, not just see it, which is amazing. So if you're driving and you're coming close to the edge of a gravel driveway and you don't hear the gravel anymore, that's a good indication that you might be out of range and you can actually hear it, which gives you extra support and safety when you're using a system like this, which I think is awesome. So there's pretty much the basic gist of the system. What I want to do now is I want to start wiring up everything, and I want to see how it performs, and I want to show you all the on-screen display and features. Another nice little feature I just noticed about the system is that when you are making these connections on these cameras, all right, you see it's got that little slot there. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a slot where you stick this thing in and you have to turn it and it locks, which is nice. It doesn't back out. So again, speaking to the quality of the system, that's the stuff that I look for. Right now I've got everything pre-wired. I have all my connections made over here. I'm just going to connect my power to my power supply. For first power, we got a red LED on our monitor. We got no signal, which means we have to pair the cameras. So what I want to do is I want to scan and pick up all my cameras and pair them. So I'm going to go to that. There's my 4 cameras. They're all set to on. I'm going to hit OK. And it says pairing start. It's counting down. Once that's done, should be in business. There's one. So you can see I got me on the screen there now with one camera paired, and I have my other three. So there's a wire here which is yellow, and you could actually tap that and that will automatically blast it onto quad mode. Oop, you don't want to hear that. Bad feedback, you don't want that. So that's a cool feature. Then you also have these 4 wires which are for each independent camera. So when you do that, you see that it'll just blow it up. Like for instance, if I was doing a left-hand turn signal, boom, there you go. Right, reverse, you get the picture. Pretty cool stuff here. I really like this. Very neat. So much flexibility you can do with all this camera stuff. It's unbelievable. And not only that, but I want to show you something else. Actually, let me blow up me on full screen. So you have your contrast, which will hit OK. You can see that really helps a lot. This screen looks very good, very clear. There's your color, your volume. Actually, yeah, that I want to do. I don't want to hear me. So I'm going to turn me just pretty much off. Your next settings is your menu for your mirror screen. There's your backwards mirror. Flip reverse. So you can really flip out with this thing. In your menu, the picture we did, mirror, we did settings. I want to see some of that stuff. You got your time, which is pretty important, especially when you're doing your recording for your DVR, so you know what happened when it happened. Now there, depending on the country, that setting is pretty important. Auto dim, which is just, you know, self-explanatory. Next one, auto dim. Check this in the parking lines. So that'll give you your grid when you're doing your reverse camera. It'll tell you exactly the proximity to the wall that you're backing into, which is nice. Aside from that, you have your recording modes. You can format your card right on here. You can do playback, and there's your card, or you can have a separate folder. This card is clean. I've never done any recording on it, so you're not going to see anything. However, you would see it if there was anything recorded. I mean, this is in bright light, folks. Let me just... This is terrific. If I got rid of these lights, half light, natural light. Now I'm going to turn off the light. Looks good. Looks good to me. This thing is pretty wonderful. I like this system. So now that I've made a total mess of everything, I hope I did a pretty good job of explaining to you what the system has to offer, how it looks, how it works, what the quality is. I'm going to put some other specs up on the screen in the description below, also a place where you can purchase yours, should you so choose to purchase one of these kits, which I foresee a lot of people doing so because this system is really nice. Also, just for the heck of it, see that? That's your night vision. How I did that is that's the sensor, the photo sensor. So this is daytime. Remove the sun. This is what you're going to see. Good detail too. And you can see details. That's good. You can see how cheap my ring is. So, my friends, this is a nice system. So this is an MC7101 by Haloview. It's on Amazon. Thank you for Haloview for allowing me to review your product. It's well received. I really like your products. I think it's terrific. And I think you all will too.